Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Stories with Ori. Today it's only going to be me, no guests. Folks, for those of you who know me, you know I'm the author of this best selling book, The Accidental Gangster. I want to tell you something about a real book about somebody's life. When you're mentioning names in a book, what you should have. At the end of my book is an index. So you could find somebody's name and know what page they're on. That's a sign of a real book. In addition, I did something a lot different than other people don't do. Okay? At the end of my book, you're going to see all my court documents, all my papers. So if you want to be gangsters or want to call me a rat, you don't bother me at all. But you see, you're a wannabe. I was the real deal. There's a big difference, folks. Okay, somebody. So there's a lot of talk going on in the gangster world on YouTube. And I don't play a big part in that gangster world with these other guys. Yes, I know them all. And I know the truth about certain things that they're talking about. And particularly when it comes to an old friend of mine who is now passed, Sonny Franzese, and Norby Walters, which, by the way, I'd like to announce to you, Norby Walters has passed away. Passed away last night, not last night, the night before, 1:30 in the morning, peacefully in his home. So, let's lay this thing with Norby Walters, what happened in Chicago. Let's lay that to rest. That's history. It's gone. It's never coming back. Tomorrow is another day. People wrote a book. A so-called investigative reporter. If you're an investigative reporter, then you got to have a little bit of smarts. Now, she wrote a book about Sonny Franzese. You know how many times that I had a real investigative reporter, a real one. His name was John Connolly. Check John Connolly. He's the guy that wrote book Filthy Rich about Epstein. All right, this guy was not a wannabe investigative reporter. He was a real one. You know how many meetings that I arranged that he had with Sonny? And that Sonny was calling him, and he would not write a book on Sonny because he says, Ori, Sonny's not going to tell me the truth. Of course Sonny's not going to tell you the truth. You're an investigative reporter. You know how many times I was talking to Sonny up until 3 days before his death? I'm the guy that when I called his place, the nursing home he was in, I'm the one who found out that they rushed him to the hospital. I called another friend of ours in New York who went right to the hospital. And when Sonny passed away, I got the phone call. And the rest is history from there, folks. I put it on my Instagram. Vlad picked it up. And the next thing you know, a couple of newspapers picked it up. Ori Spado announced the death. I didn't go out there intentionally to announce the death. I just was posting it, doing a social media thing. I'm not a technology expert. But one thing I know, I'm a very good observant. And I'm observing all you people trying to get clout, mentioning people's names. Try to get clout. Try to get more followers. God bless you. You need a few bucks. Okay? You're out there trying to make $1. Maybe you were a gangster at one time. You become a rat. I don't care what you were, folks. But I don't talk bad about people. And we all should be trying to get along. Because we live in a different world. The world of La Costa Nostra as we knew it is not here anymore. It's not coming back. Get it out of your head. Now I get back to a book that somebody wrote and wrote bad things about me in the book. Do you know the first meeting I ever had with Sonny was set up by Lou Perry and Frank Russo? Basically, all Sonny knew was that he was having a meeting with somebody by two people that he knew who arranged it. He did not know my name until I went to the restaurant on 2nd Avenue with Lou Perry. And Sonny had his wife, Johnny, Tina, and Gia. They were all young kids at the time. And me and Sonny whispered to each other. I ordered fish. You could ask my mother, but she's dead. But you could ask my ex-wife. She'll confirm it. There's certain fishes I'm allergic to. Sonny didn't try to poison me. It's the first meeting with it. But yet, the morons in this social media world want to believe that Sonny tried to poison me. Now, I did buy that book, by the way. And the first thing I did when I bought that book, I went to the back of it. There was no index. That book went into the garbage. That's what I did with it. I knew Sonny. I really knew him. I could say a lot of things about Sonny, good, bad, and everything. I was on an indictment with him. We were in prison together. There were 14 of us on our indictment. I think it was 14. I know a lot what happened in prison. I know what's on all the discovery because I listened to it. We had 3,500 hours. I listened. I know. And when we listened, we were all together in a visiting room at MDC Brooklyn. We all listened. Sonny did not think in a million years. He told us, don't listen to those tapes. Johnny's never going to testify. He actually believed it until the day he went to court that Johnny was not going to testify. But Johnny did. And then there's those of you who say, Ori never knew Sonny. Well, you know, the first words when Johnny, the U.S. attorney, asked him, who's friends of your father's? The very first name he came out with was Ori Spado. He's known my father at that time was over 35 years. Folks, it's in my book. For those of you who want to call me things, then you don't have $29.95 to buy a book. But I'm getting tired of all this stuff, and you know, you're going to do what you got to do. You're going to mention names. Some people think that what that investigative reporter says is the gospel. It's not. Now, I'm not going to tell you why I know. I could tell you that Sonny was laughing after she left. All right? Telling her, of course Sonny was not telling her the truth. How do you think Sonny treated reporters exactly like he treated cops? He's not going to tell them anything. And that's one thing that you could say about Sonny. Sonny never spoke about anybody. He never gave nobody up. He did his time. He went away. He was a man. He is a legend. There's no question about that. Look at Michael and I had a war. And you could go and look on Vlad and see the war that Michael and I had. We put that to rest. That's what men do. That's what real men do. Now, I hope this gets through to some of you. You know, I'm not talking bad about nobody here. And the only names that I have mentioned are names of people who are deceased. And let's let these people rest in peace, folks. That's what R.I.P. means. So why do we got to keep bringing them up? I don't go out talking about that. If you look with stories in Ori, my stories, my interviews are positive. People on the move, people doing things, people making this world a better place. And that's what I'm trying to achieve here. You like it, you don't like it, I don't give a shit. Okay, folks? You're not going to change my life. You see, when I look in the mirror every morning, I like that guy that I'm looking at. Can you do that? Once you can do that, then you got through life. Thank you, folks. Have a great day. Sometimes I can come off a little bitter or a little tough. That's the gangster side of me. And what I do to get rid of that is I drink my Snapple apple, low sugar, but it's sweet.